And Ginzo called Ronove's name, the demon butler. It is a pleasure to meet you all. And to those of you for whom this is a long overdue reunion, good day. It seems like we once again have a spectacular mess on our hands. I care not, because I was necessarily waking up from my days of waking dreams. My reliable butler, one of the 72 great demons of Ronove. I am pleased to make your acquaintance. Who was he aiming that introduction at? Kraus and Kirei, who were still down on their backsides, and Nanjo and Goda and Kumasawa. They only looked up in shock at this middle-aged gentleman who they had never met before. Only Shannon and Ken seemed to recognize him, and they bowed deeply. I see that I was unable to greet Genji. Welcome, Ark. Welcome, welcome. Look, BB, demons are weird and some owe me some money. Why do demons owe you money? Are you a demon or a devil? Is devil higher ranking than a demon in this universe? Not sure. I hope that he was at least able to complete his duty painlessly. It was an instant death from directly to the head. You don't have the time to feel the pain. Is that so? Very good. I'll read you another one, my friends. Arise, my friend! Virgilia! Oh. Once again, the figure so unknown to the road disappeared out of thin air. He appeared in an elegant dress while greeting them gracefully. I thank you for summoning me, my lord. Although I would rather not have been summoned into a sanguinary place like this. Allow me to introduce her. My friend, reliable counselor, both Virgilia! I want to borrow your power as a great finite witch for my ritual. Lend me that power. As someone under your power summons subordination, I would not be permitted to refuse even if I tried. As you wish, my lord. He is a fearsome fellow. You think he summoned 3 of the Chester sister corps and then me and even Virgilia-sama? Even though this is only the area of summoning, to think that he so far surpasses my lady is frightening. The Ushiromiya blood makes my own run gold. I will be putting all I have as a summoner in the execution of Beatrice's resurrection ritual. It's still not enough. But if I've already seen the ritual, this time I shall summon more.
The Pendragon Memorial Troops, run away in Virgilia. You can still call more with my Magnar, can still call more! Answer to my summons! What are the 72 demons? Gap! Gap. You can even summon her. It probably means that the corrosion is yet even more on this island. Is enough to enable us to manifest. We should really not be surprised to see him summon any kind of great demon at this stage. Then Rokujima has already been completely sucked into a parallel world. I hope he doesn't surrender. You gave him a good deal of hints the last time, did you not? Oh, I know it's saying it's fact. I guess I'm also thinking about it in the sense of, like, is episode 4 have more... Does episode 4 have almost less elements of truth to it than episode 1 did? Is episode 1 closer to what really happened than episode 4? Like, stuff like that is what I'm wondering now. After all this time, he won't surrender over this much. Probably, I should say. Well then, I suggest we enjoy the action unfolding at this stage. It seems the main character is the master this time. As Kin's strongly contrary to his magical power, a pale blue light gathered in the air and twisted. A magic orb began drawn with a deep red light. Then it shattered like glass in an instant. I'm glad to see you answer my call. Yeah, one of the 72 great demons! This is what a hell of a place I've been summoned into. You call me to clean up this blood-stained room. Goldsmith. The literally devilish woman, wrapped in a gaudy, ominous costume, looked at the horrifying scene which had made her cover her eyes and her mouth twist into a grin. If that had been the only reason for calling you, it would be like using a cashmere scarf to mop the floor. It has been a long time, Gap. To think that a great demon such as yourself has finally appeared on this island. I wonder if this island has nearly sunk into fantasy. This all-star cast is more astonishing than the gruesome state of the room. A foe with 3 Chester sisters, the great demon Ronove, the great witch Virgilia, and even me. What is going on? Is this pandemonium? Are you trying to start a concert from hell or something? Yes, as a conductor for that, I can't imagine anyone other than you, Goldsmith. I love your assistance that was selected during the complete time ritual to resurrect Beatrice. You have no objection to my summoning contract, I assume? Objection. There's no way I could fight the summoning subordination of the legendary great summoner, Lord Goldsmith, when slay the famous great witch, Beatrice. I'll assist you. Although I will, of course, charge a fitting price. So, what's my first job?
Captain Simpson's made it through the first twilight. Watching there so 7 here, aren't there? Nanjo, Shannon, Cannon, Goda, Kumasawa, Kirie, and Kraus. Oh, it's so easy, 7 artists. I've researched exactly 13 people. Until it is time for the second slave to be carried out. Throw them into the cage and sacrifices. Yeah!
A cashmere mop, I see. Understood.
As Yap shrugged her shoulders, she looked at Kraus, who was still down in his butt. She glared. Then she snapped her fingers, and Kraus was up by the floor as though a round pitfall had opened up underneath him. Water!
One down.
There's no hoe in the floor. It had certainly looked as though Kraus had been swabbed by a hoe and disappeared. Judging her next fray, Gap's gaze crossed Kirie's. She snapped her fingers. Kirie jumped back as though repelled. Her instinct was correct, because in the place where she had been until a second ago, a round jet black hole had appeared, the same kind that swallowed up Kraus. However, Gucci got her balance, and the pitfall appeared and swallowed her right up. Even Kirie had no way of eluding Gap's capture. Snap went her fingers once again, and a shocked Nanjo disappeared into the floor. Another snap of the fingers, and Fulton let out a short yelp and jumped back. This time, slightly larger pit had opened, taking both Shannon and Cannon standing in a line by the door. The kids were then jumped away from the door. The way was no longer blocked. And seemingly aware that they would be next, Goda dashed out through that door. Of course, Kumasama too was hot on his heels and ran off at lightning speed. As Gap snapped her fingers over and over, round jet black pitfalls opened one after another behind them, chasing them. However, they did nothing but drive the desperately fleeing pair forward and couldn't swallow them up. Goda and Kumasawa escaped in a matter of seconds.
I've dulled. I let you get away. Worry not. We're currently looking onto the fleeing targets. Data link already? So that's right.
No, I cannot authorize that. They are precious sacrifices. Wait for the Master's authorization.
Great Lord Goldsmith! We wait your orders! It is still too soon for the coming of the second twilight. It's what the source of my magic power is whispering to me. Not now. Let them do as they like. They cannot escape from this island in any case. The source of your magical power is noise, and risk and tests of luck. Your whims, in other words. Perhaps you could also put it that way. Good work, yeah.
Let us proceed steadily with the ritual from here on. Well, then, that is that. Next is my grandchildren. I'll test them to see whether a qualified can succeed me. Let me see how best to check their qualifications.
その資格があると判断されたなら、ベアとの復活を断念されるおつもりで
If you determine that they are qualified, you intend to abandon Beto's resurrection.
Of course! Yet I will still test them. Might not all women can understand that conviction or my madness.
There's always something not quite right about men. The very constant playing with risk is beyond me.
Oh, and here I thought you loved that sort of thing.
Of course. If a man whispers intimacies in my ear along and takes a risk, I go head over heels. But only if he's a stud. Quiet, please. No talking among yourselves.
Truly noisy women. But at least they don't bore me. This is why something is so gratifying. Oh, you will bear one side of the scales of noise and risk my ritual. I'm anticipating great results.
Six brutally murdered corpses lay in the dining hall, which was tarnished by a red and gruesome decoration. By now, it's impossible to imagine that 13 people have been sitting here in an orderly manner just moments ago. Hands are lined up, the demons are renowned their subordinates, and Leno declared the beginning of an overwhelming night of mass murder. And Storm himself thought he would certainly revive Beatrice and open the door to the Golden Land. Oh, by the way, I have nothing happening tomorrow. I'm gonna fucking dedicate, or the day after, because my friends are on vacation, I'm going to dedicate the shit out of making a fucking video. I'm going to fucking work 16 hours. If I die, fuck it. I'm going to revive myself from the dead. I'm going to fucking create a ritual, invite all my friends over for next week, you know, and then fucking come back alive. Magic might not exist in Umineko, but it could exist in the real world. I would take that risk. The wait is over! Probably like the longest time I think so far. At last the curtain rises on the first twilight! Kinzo, as usual, he loves being flashy. Who knew that this man, who can be more persistent than anything when he follows you around, who signs so much when placed on the stage? Damn it. Always killing him in a gory way. Destroying half of their heads? The sick shit you witches and demons pull off never fails to piss me off. Destroying half their heads. I see. There's no the most ideal method of killing in all the games I've now was this one. Ideal? How is this grotesque way of killing ideal? It's very much ideal. I remember the very first game. You? So you're the new demon or whatever that just appeared. Damn it, so the Witches of Kuroja advanced, now they're even more unsavory characters? The more the Witches of Kuroja directors, the more Rokujima tilts towards the other world. That's why strange people keep appearing one by one. The island is closed off by the buffoon. Not only can no human leave it, but no new humans can appear either. The more the corrosion progresses, the more witches and demons can appear without limits, increasing one by one. By now, perhaps there are more demons and humans among the characters appearing in this insane tale. Their numbers might be precisely a figure representing this mad corrosion. Yeah, I'm sure that's true. And not only the numbers are being affected by the corrosion, their fashion sense apparently goes any further, new more will be here. Just what in the world would they be wearing? Too scary for me to imagine. Seriously, give me a break. Please, no more of these weird ass people. I can't apply. They'll keep on coming more and more. Oh, do not follow the foolish closed circle rule. Humans speak up over and over again. Welcome to my elegant game. Gap. It's been a long time, Richie. Been a while. In fact, you look pretty great. Have you gotten younger? You look too, maybe 300 years younger than when I last saw you. Ah, I see. The demon grandfather summoned and introduced herself as Gap. She glanced at me and then grinned as though she figured something out on her own. Honestly, I thought that smile was repulsive. Looks like she's Bito's friend, which means she must be an extremely unsavory character. Anyway, they were saying something or other about a closed circle. What does that mean? Serial murder mystery novels that currently place isolated from the outside world, like Rokujima is now, are sometimes called closed circles. Haven't you read any of the mystery novels? I've read Blackjack. Is that close enough? Since isolated from the outside, it's like a circle that's been closed. Therefore, in general, the characters and suspects are limited. Having new plus was focused on one after another from outside the circle goes against the idea to get mystery novels. Basically, the witch is probably trying to desecrate humans in the mystery genre. So, you are Gretel. I see. You look like a wise kid. I like that kind of kid. Your tongue just melt in the mouth. Gross. The joke's just your clothing. It's the devilish pretty's newest, Jack the Ripper, Christmas blood. Sorry for having style that country bumpkin from the New World can't understand. Oh, I can only tell it's breathable. You add a gap down your head while you're at it. Might help your brain cells breathe a bit as well.
ガープは魔界の流行にいつも敏感でな。
Gap is always sensitive to the fashions of the netherworld.
しかし今年の流行りも実に大胆だ。
Now, this year's fads truly are bold.
わらわも一度
I think I'll order something
ぜひ取り寄せて
sometime.
みるとしよう。リーチにはアリグレがお
For
すす
you,
めね。
Richie, I recommend Alice Gray, Alice and the Graveyard.
今度一緒に
Let's go 666 sometime soon to look at the clothes.
たまには魔界にもいらっしゃいな。
You should come over to the netherworld every now and then.
このゲームを終えたらぜひそう
When this game is over, I'll be sure to do that.
それにしてもリーチの対戦相手の
Still, your opponents are pretty cute, Richie.
この子なら頭部半壊死体にどういう意味があるか
I'll bet this kid has figured out the meaning of the corpses with their heads still half smashed.
わかるお嬢ちゃん
Do you get it, girl?
さっきこいつは一番最初のゲームを思い出せと言ったな。
Just now, she told me to remember the first game.
どういう意味だ。
What did she mean?
言葉通りの意味よ。
Just what it sounds like.
一番最初のゲームの第一の番を思い出して。
Remember the first twilight of the very first game?
大人たちの死体が
When the adult corpses were found in the guarding shed with a magic circle drawn on
の
them.
中で発見された時のことよ。覚えてる？
Remember? Episode 1. First Twilight. 6 people, Kraus, Rudolph, Kirei, Rosa, Shannon, and Goda had died, and each of them had their heads pulverized.
あの時、あそこには
At the time, there were 2
二種類の
types
死
of
体があったわ。
corpses.
それは顔面を粉砕された死体と
Ones with their faces pulverized, the ones with half their faces pulverized.
そう
That's right.
だ。顔面粉砕。
Four with their faces smashed. Rudolph, Kirei, Rosa, and Goda.
側頭部粉砕はクラウス、シャノンの2人だ。
2 with the sides of their heads smashed, Kraus and Shannon.
我らはも
At the time, I had figuratively created 2 types of
気まぐれに生み出
corpses.
した2種類の死体であったの。より残忍な死体である前者の方がわらわにとってむしろ不利であることに気づい
But
た。
I realized that the former, more atrocious type was actually disadvantageous for me.
ベアトにとって不利。
This is just what? Disadvantageous for you.
そうか。
Right.
そういうことか。
Right, I get it. That's right. The smashed face might look atrocious. They made it hard to confirm the identity of the person. For example, at that time, Uncle Kraus and Shan had their heads only half smashed. That itself was of course atrocious, because half their face remained, it was easy to confirm their identity. But down the other 3 were different. As his face had been completely destroyed, even I, his son, could only guess that it had been Dad because of his clothes and the like. In short, it remained unclear until the end whether it really was Dad's corpse.
第一のゲームの時にも
Is this reasoning battle had taken place during the first game as well?
俺は多分
I probably claimed that since it was possible to confirm that these corpses were indeed Dad and the others. It was possible that one was a fake
偽装
corpse.
死体の可能性もあると主張していたかもしれない。何しろあのゲームの時にはベアトは一切赤での発言もしていない。
After all, if you didn't say anything right during the game whatsoever.
お上手よ。
Well
それで正
done.
解。
Correct.
偽装死はミス
A
テリー
fake
の
death
基
is one
本
of the
の一
basics
つ。
of the mystery genre.
たとえ医者に検証させたと
Even
し
if
て
you
も
make a doctor examine the corpse, you can't
犯
trust
人
the
と
results if
ブ
you
ルーを
suspect
疑
them of
え
being
れ
in
ば
link with the
その
culprit.
結果は信用できない。つまり
So corpses that can't guarantee death return always put the witch side at a disadvantage.
魔女サイドを不利にするということ。あらゆる死体について偽装死を疑い。
Instead, I fake deaths for all the corpses, and I hypothesize that they are a culprit for the incident that follows. A move Valor doesn't like, but it's the most elementary move to make against this witch. Yeah, that's right. That's why Beat will start using the red. The red truth shouldn't carry out a perfect autopsy. That's how it is. Normally for the tragedy of the first Twilight, I would use the red truth the right way, confirming the deaths of these 6. However, as you know, my vow strategy this time is the complete opposite for your scheme. I have switched using red truth starvation tactics. I will not use the red easily, given that user is rounding from which to counterattack. I here's make you a part of the scene by using the minimum necessary amount of red in just a single place. What this means, that no matter how I permit you to rant about your theories for each of the locked rooms, ultimately, I need only smash one of these with a single red truth. You knocked me about with that thing all this goddamn time. Now I start using it to counterattack. You got and put it away again. What a joke. Anyways, I don't want to use the red. I want to be stingy. I want a bully battler. How could I guarantee death for sure without using red? I racked and racked my brains over it. It was Gap that gave me the idea. It truly was a simple method. I just said something obvious and you hit upon the idea. I assume said you have to create corpses whose identity until death can be easily appreciated by anyone who looks at them. In short, I combined the two. Symbol to death. The preservation of the head, which is the vessel for the soul. When I put those two parts together, oh hey, presto! Out came the perfect answer of corpses with their heads half destroyed. I bet you two love two-flavor bread and two-flavor ice cream. The greedy childish tastes are so obvious. In any event, when their heads are half destroyed, we shouldn't assume that they're dead at this point in time. I know. The video is holding on to me and refusing to say anything red. I should suspect everything. Of course, there's no way in hell I'm gonna swallow the magic mask murdered by the sexy-ass Chester babes. You certainly have become shrewd. You sir, if this were the first game, you would have swallowed everything. And everything must be like that, or you wouldn't be interesting. I suggest you capitalize on that to let your imagination run wild and build up theory upon theory.
一番最後一番美味しいところでバッサリと若き真実にて叩き切ってくれようぞ。
At the very end, at this very sweet spot, I'll cut them all down at once with the red truth.
The sweet world of witches. Silent. Black. Cold. Painful. Rose regained consciousness bit by bit. And the first thing she thought was that it would have been better if she hadn't. After all, her body was so cold and hurt so much. It became worse the more her consciousness returned. Felt like she had been sleeping in the dark for a long time now, face down on ice-cold marble. Ah, this is why I always tell myself, even just a nap, at least get on the sofa. I always knew that if I naively try and close my eyes for just a second, and I end up sleeping on the floor at my desk, it would hurt my body later and I'll suffer for it. She slept on such a cold or hard floor, she was chilled to the bone. She slept on such a cold or hard floor, the side of her face that had been pressing down against it was very painful. If she were looking in a mirror right now, she was sure she would see an embarrassing mark. She didn't think that just rubbing would make that mark disappear. She stroked the hurting side of her face for the time being, trying to smooth it over. Where is this? I thought it was pitch black, but that appeared not to be the case. After all, she could faintly see her own body. Without a doubt, there was some source of light. Without a doubt, there was a source of light, but even when she looked up at the ceiling, across the sky, there was only an expansive blackness. She couldn't see such a thing. Her body alone was slightly lit, whereas everything else was sunk into darkness. That's just what this world was like. It's almost as though Rosa alone had been abandoned in a forgotten world. As her mind grew clearer, she started getting nervous about why she was all alone in a lonely place like this. When she was about to call out, asking if anyone was there, patter patter, she heard footsteps coming towards her. They were light footsteps. She thought it was probably a kid. They didn't feel creepy to her, so she wasn't afraid. But they also weren't Maria's footsteps. So, wondering who in the world would be in darkness like this, she steered in the direction she could hear the footsteps from. As she did, a faint, approaching silhouette came to view. It looked like a child younger than Maria. Who is that? I didn't know him. But the expression on his face was like a lost child separated from his parents. As a parent with a daughter myself, I felt as though my chest was being torn apart.
Uryu.
Uryu? The instant the kid muttered that infantile word, so sharp pain that half of my face I was aching from the cold floor, as though I'd been pierced by long, thin, hard needles. I actually pressed my hand against that side of my face.
大丈夫?
Are you okay?
まだ痛い?
Does it still hurt? Thank you, little guy.
ここはどこ?
Where is this?
すごく寒い。
It's really cold.
こっちへ来て。
Come this way.
ここにいちゃいけない。
You can't be here.
He took my other hand and posed with a grim expression on his face. I don't have a clue what's going on. However, a single honest expression from a child. No one can tell the truth better than 100 empty words from an adult. I understand the situation, but even so, Rose dashed along with him whenever she was posed. However, there's a world where nothing could be seen in the darkness except for their own forms. Couldn't even really feel whether she was actually moving forwards as she ran. Even though I'm running, I can't feel any wind. It's as though I'm still inside a nightmare. That kind of unreal feeling. Even though I was running, I couldn't maintain my sense of balance, and my legs got tangled and I fell. In a world that didn't feel real, the pain of smashing my face against the cold, hard floor was reality itself.
Uryu, 大丈夫?
Uryu, are you okay? I'm sorry. My head hurts.
When he said that, the untitled word Uru, pain like being struck by needles, ran through my head again. Even though it only happened twice, I didn't understand that his word was the cause of my pain. But I said so frankly, I'm sorry. Could you stop saying that word, Uru?
Uryu.
Uryu?
Excuse me, I asked you to stop.
Sorry.
This time I got the feeling that his word apology made me feel a sharp pain in my forehead. What is this child? I know there's no malice in him, yet when I'm around him, my head hurts.
大丈夫?
Are you okay?
早く行こう.
Let's hurry up and go.
ここは行っ
He
ちゃダ
mustn't
メ.
be here.
どうしてここにいちゃダメなの?
Why shouldn't I be here? Come on, where is this?
あなたは誰?
Who are you?
あなたのママはどこ?
Where's your mama?
僕を作ってくれたのは
The one who
ママだ
made
よ。
me. Is you, Mama?
Uh-huh? You stare at me with round eyes. This kid's mama is me? Who is he? Who is this kid? I don't remember at all.
僕のこと
Did you forget about
忘れちゃった。
me?
ママが僕を作ったんだよ。
You made me, you know?
ちょっと冗談はやめて。
Wait a second. Stop kidding around.
私の子
Maria's
供
my
は
only
マリアだ
child.
けよ。そう。
That's right.
Maria,
Where's Maria?
マリアはどこなの?
Where is Maria? Maria! Suddenly grew uneasy about Maria not being around here. Why am I playing along about this at all? Where's Maria? Maria being there for me is the only thing that keeps me together.
マリアはいるけど今はマリアじゃない。
Maria is here, but she's not Maria right now.
今は会わない
It's
方
better
が
if
い
you
いの
don't see her at the minute.
その方がママ
It'll
の
be
た
better
め
for you
だ
and
し
Maria as well.
マリアのためなの。マリアのためにも逃げて。
For Maria's sake as well. Run away.
Uh-huh?
何を言ってるの?
What are you talking about?
マリアはどこ?
Where's Maria?
Maria?
返事をして。
Answer me!
マリアに見つかっちゃう。
Maria will find you!
こっちに来
This
て。
way quickly, Mama!
Pulling my hand again. He's probably pulling me in the opposite direction from Maria. I stopped in my tracks.
話してよ。
Let go!
大体
Just who
あな
are
た
you?
は誰よ。 あなたにママなんて言わ
Who
れる
said to
覚
be
えはない
called
わ。
me Mama?
僕を作ってくれたのはママだよ。
You're the one who made me, Mama.
忘れちゃったの
You forget
マリアのバー
that
ス
I
デー
could
プ
be
レゼントに
Mama's
するため
Maria's
に
birthday present.
僕を手作りしてくれたの忘れちゃったの。
あなた
You couldn't be.
まさかマリアのサクタ
Maria's Sakataro? Yeah.
ママに作ってもらったライオンのぬいぐるみだよ。
The lion stuffed animal you made. Ah!
A fierce pain struck me. Came in the palm of the hand he was grasping. He knocked his hand away and looked where my palm was. Oh, the size of the thumb had opened there, and thick, deep red blood was gushing out. It was so big that I could see through to the other side.
うりゃ
Uryu! Are you okay?
大丈夫？
Are you there?
どうしたの？
What happened?
Doctor also noticed my wound and panicked. Some of the reaction couldn't understand why my hand is sustained a serious injury. But to my eyes, it felt like I had sustained an injury because he had grabbed my hand. I understood that this child was something that would do harm to me, and this became strange and frightening.
あっちへ行って。
Go away!
あなたなんか知らないわ。
I don't know you!
サクタロウは
Sakura was just a
気持ち悪い
disgusting,
下手くそな
crappy stuffed animal, right?
私は知らないわよ。ママなんか
I
じゃ
don't
ない
know you. I'm not your mama.
あっちへ行って。
Go away.
消えて。
Disappear.
Uryu?
Slowly, the base of Sakura's neck tore in a horizontal line. It gaped open, and the pitch blackness that inside him peeked out. There's no gushing of blood, only an empty blackness. And then, from the inside of the gash, cotton snow poured out, and he slumped over, scattering bits of cotton about. I remember, I hope I tore you to pieces because you betrayed me, like my soul. All that remained there It's crumpled yellow cloth. There's a kind that looks like sticky crushed cotton candy. Lion. Stuffed animal. Without doubt. They were the remains of Sakatoro's stuffed animal I had torn apart on that day, overcome by my emotions. The instant I admitted that, a long, sharp shriek that could be ruptured and eardrum tore the world apart. A flood from a broken dam or like a broken TV. Maria wailed in a high-pitched voice. Maria's voice was making my ears throb, brought up two emotions. First was regret. I let my emotions get the better of me and committed a terrible mistake. My mother's desire to kneel down right away, hold Maria's head and cry with her and apologize. And in fact, I did that right away. I held Maria's hand, apologized, and tears for what I had done. Maria didn't stop crying. The contrary rejected me, the one who had tore her closest friend apart, pushed me away forcefully with both hands. I had been on my knees in a natural position, I fell backwards easily. Maria scraped together the little scraps of cloth and cotton bits and buried her face in them, cried even more. Watching that, the other emotion welled up. It welled up rapidly, and then burst. I mean, she won't come around even when I apologize. Nothing I can do now anyway, and it's all Maria's fault in the first place. I mean, she can't make any friends because she's forever taken up with this makes-believe stuffed animal thing. That's why she's treated like a weirdo, and you know. It's a good opportunity for instructive guidance. It's not like I was hammered all the time myself. Things that eventually break are stolen or broken. Even I had lots of toys and treasures stolen, broken, made fun of, and thrown away by my brothers and sisters and father and mother! And though I might have cried about that, I might have shed a few tears. And once I saw like this in trouble my parents, throw a tantrum, get in a terrible mood, pound and kick the floor, make a horrible racket. I always wanted to, but I thought I'd get in more trouble did, so I always held it in. Because I held it in, I was able to become the wonderful adult I am now! Only I felt something strangely missing. Same feelings when you use a dual Rexy and fighting breaks so you're left holding on only the base. I've been using a tool. I've been using my own two hands to hit Maria's head repeatedly. I looked at my hands. From my wrists onwards, my hands had snapped off, cracked off, and were gone. Though only those parts of my arms had become ceramic. No, everything about my wrist slowly had become ceramic at some point, and had broken and fallen. Cracks had formed them because I hit Maria too much, and they had fallen off. Look, see? Are those my hands there, lying smashed at my feet? Ah! There was no pain. The shocking sight with my hands spraying off the wrist made me scream. What? What? My hands! My hands! This way, you won't be able to hit me anymore. During my confusion, Maria said that with a very cold voice. She moved her hand away from my head, where she had been defending her against my barrage. Oh, what is this? My hands! My hands! Maria, what did you do, Maria? What is this? What is this? Black silhouette was suddenly standing behind Maria. The silhouette of an adult. Who? His arm can pat a daughter's head, flip through a picture book, and make warm meals. I thought it might be alright to leave them. Mama hits my head more than she pats. She hasn't turned the pages of the picture book. She doesn't even make food. I go to buy it myself. I'm not allowed to go to the same store over and over. I'm not allowed to have my face remembered. I'm not allowed to talk to the policeman. Why? Why is that? Did I do something wrong? Am I not allowed to have you pat my head? Have picture books read to me? Eat dinner together with you? Why? Why? It's not my fault! Not my fault, yours! Your fault! You don't play with me, but Sakataro did! He read books with me, watched TV with me, ate meals with me! He was much more important friend than you! I'm not proud of it, but it can't be helped, can it? Mama's busy with work! Work! You know Mama's busy with work, right? What am I supposed to do? There's nothing I can do! That is true. There's nothing to be done. And you've gone out injuring your daughter, tearing your heart apart, and making your tears run with blood. Then there's nothing to be done about the same thing happening right here, right now. Come, Maria. That's enough for the excuse of this woman who calls herself a mother. Can you forgive her, or not? Is she innocent, or else guilty? Can't forgive her! Mama is guilty! I'll make the same thing happen to Mama that she did to Sakataro!
And River from the seam at the neck! River parts of the cannon side are everywhere! Maria's eyes ominously flashed blue. In that instant, invisible massive arms stuck their fingernails out and gasped Rosa's entire body tightly. The bones all throughout her body made sounds like twigs being stepped on as they readily cracked and broke. Rosa vacantly understood. Massive arms are probably my own arms. When time I tore Sakataro apart. From a stuffed animal perspective, my arms would have certainly been this massive. I can imagine what would happen next. The sharp nails stuck strongly in the base of my neck. And I heard the skin tearing off with my own ears. Then, watched over like two witches, Rosa's flesh was split in two, top and bottom. When Sakura had been torn apart, Bizukana had flown out like snowflakes. On Rosa's case, something like a thick black tar came out, filthily flying all over the place. There wasn't even a trace of red in her blood. It was something black, filthy, and thick. Probably what a bloodless, tearless human inside kept their body inside their body instead. Oh, this is incredible. Hideous. What filthy insides. That was splendid, Maria. Oh, well then, is this enough for your revenge? Can you forgive your mother? Innocent or guilty? Can't forgive! Still can't forgive! Guilty! Beatrice brandished her pipe wand. The surge's gold butterflies regenerate Rosa's broken body in an instant. For your great sin, which shall be paid for by a single human life. And remember your own grievous sin. Come. Try to remember. Remember how great a sin you committed. Hello? Is that you, Mama? What time will you be back? I'm sorry. I'm busy with work again today, so I'll be staying over. Staying over at work again? Something hard on you again today, huh? Yeah, I'm sorry. I really am busy. I can't even get a breath of outside air. Mama's job isn't one I can just finish up quickly. If I give them the best design I can, I won't be given another job. That's how tough the jobs are. So, it always needs to be a lot of time. Yeah. Understand. いい子でお留守番してるからお仕事いっぱい頑張って早く終わらせてお家に帰ってきてね I'll be a good girl and watch over the house so work really hard, finish it quickly and come back home, okay? Thank you for your understanding about Mama's work. I promise I'll buy a delicious cake and bring it home with me tomorrow. Don't need cake. Is there any time to get cake, sir? I'll be happy if you just came home a little bit sooner. Don't worry. I'll come back quickly, I promise. So let's eat this delicious cake together. Let's drink delicious tea together. Let's read a new picture book together. Let's read the Wolves and Sheep puzzle I bought recently. Both of us together. It's a promise. Yeah, promise! I'll be waiting! Do your best at work, Mama! Oh. It's a lonely story, but this is good mother-daughter love, with each showing consideration of the other, is it not? You see any problem with it, Maria? Rosa? That promise. I believe I kept it. Next evening, didn't I do his promise to return earlier than usual with the cake I bought? That's not it. I knew it. That evening, a pay-on delivery package came for you, but there wasn't enough money in my wallet. I called you and asked her what to do. I'm told only to call at special times. But I thought it'd be bad if the package was something important for your work. So I called. And when I did, they told me you had the day off. Told me that they decided long ago that you would have the day off. You got far away to play. I knew. The whole time. I knew that you were lying. But you know what? Sakura scolded me saying that wasn't true. And Mom was very busy with her job. Every day. There's no way she would abandon me and play. The person who told me Mom had the day off must have made some kind of mistake. That's what Sakura said. So I believed him. I believed him. I love Mama. I love Mama. Of course, Mama loves me too. He loves me too. Yes. Me too. I love you, Maria. Rosa allowed a deep sigh. Maybe she's over the weight of her words. Then she let her tear back on the bedside phone. The dark room made the window side view of the starry sky and the ground stand out even more beautifully. On the table in front of the terrace was a very cold wine cooler. Enjoying a glass was gazing at the scene below. You didn't tell your daughter that we were going on vacation? I told her once, and she made such a fuss about that I decided not to tell her anymore. It's such a pain that way. Worry about your daughter. Sure, you didn't have to force this into your schedule. But in that way, we never get our schedules to match. I say not worry about that. The slender, middle-aged man clad in a white robe gave a small sigh. Rosa reacted sensitively to that slight action.
Come on. Let's not talk about my daughter. It'd be a waste of the sex and wine. I find you. For that very reason. I feel bad about taking so much of your time in that strange relationship with your daughter. Aren't I always asking her to worry about my relationship with my daughter? Make sure I talk about her when I'm alone with you, don't I? I wouldn't even be phoned from up here if it weren't for the noisy drunks laughing stupidly while I'd be downstairs. Rosa-san, you consider sucking medications like this in the future for your daughter's sake? Is it alright if we only do it when our schedules match? But then our schedules won't match at all. Don't you understand? I want to be with you all the time. That's how a child behaves when they're in love. Loving an adult should be a little more stoic. Listen, I feel sad that I can never stay with you for very long. I think we're enjoying a very full adult romance with the limited time opportunities we have. So, you're telling me to be with my daughter more? Don't be a woman, be a mother? That's what you wish for too, isn't it? Much want to spend relaxed time with their daughter. I'm not going anywhere. I'm trying to say that I think it's sad for you to sacrifice your daughter so you can prioritize time with me. Now you've hatched things up with your wife. You started thinking that you don't want to split up, haven't you? I don't want to talk about my wife. It's like you don't want to talk about your daughter. You started thinking that women with children are a pain. I've never said anything of the sorts. Whenever someone finds out that I have a child, they desert me. When I tell them they don't need to worry about the cost of raising her, they all desert me. I thought you understood about me, about my daughter. But it looks like you really don't like women with children. That's not what I'm saying. Of course I like you, Rosa-san. I'm just trying to say to take better care of your daughter. I don't want you to hurt yourself by lying to your daughter. That's all I'm saying. Liar! You just can't be bothered to deal with me anymore, can you? Oh, come on, I never said that. No, I can tell. I can tell. Bringing a band so many times because of that child. I know. I can tell by your mood. Yes, you're the same. You're just like the other men.
You
don't want a woman with a child, you don't want a divorce, you don't want to deal with it! You want to become a parent of a child made with another man, right?
そうよね。その気持ちすっ。子連れの男と付き合ったことがあるけど。
Found out with a man with children, and I absolutely understood that feeling.
だから。
That's why I could be together with you, a person who understood about my daughter. That's right. You were always in the way. Not for you. I would have never grasped my happiness as a woman long ago. Your existence constantly gets in the way of my happiness. Mama? Even I didn't want to give birth to you. No, that's wrong. I didn't think it'd be nice to build a happy family together with you. It used to be right before you were born. They do worse than anything. He tricked me. I deserve my sight for all eternity. I mean, you were left. No love or memories or anything remained. Where's that man now? He probably just turned my days with him into a warm memory or found new love. Maybe the time he meant to build up a happy family. And me? I have you! I can't even look for love! They kill between women as they like and brag about it! The woman! Me! I have you! I have you as a stone weight! Because of you I can't search for romance, I can't have love, I have no choice but to live alone! No, I'm not even out of that. I'm not even allowed to lie to myself to drown my sorrows. Who are you? Who? You're my life, you won't even let me have a new one. Just what are you to my life? Die! Disappear! I made you since the time you were born! I've been used since the time you were in my womb! Yes, I did my best. As other women in my generation enjoyed being single, somebody fling with passion, even being joined someone in love. I watched from the sidelines. Stop crying that you had a mother and a woman. Whoever showed appreciation for my efforts. No one admired me, no one praised me. I got what I deserved. You don't want a woman with a kid? Sour grapes. You're like a girl who's sweet and pure. Who the hell wants you? You goddamn inexperienced bugs! Those steps I probably looked like a fall for you easily. Yes, damn right, I was desperate. I I'm still at the age where I want to love. I was being swamped with work here in my childhood when I realized I would probably go alone and have my rest of my life like this. I can't even imagine how desperate I was. Of course, I hate your real father too. But I both share the blame for bringing up about that breakup. I have been enough of a pain in the ass to make him on our way. I bring yourself that all the more your fault. When did I ever scold you for that? Never did I? The day after one night left me, when I wanted to shoot myself dead drunk, I was parents' day at your school. I was there, my tear-stained eyes, streaked eyes with the heavy makeup. And the way I felt when you said something off the mark and then the whole class laughed at you. So I expect you and everyone else on this line couldn't possibly understand. I hate you. I loathe you. I never really loved you once. Murray's face was frozen. Words really wore blades. Murray's body could have probably been stained red with fresh blood by now. After getting the power of a witch and resolving myself to take revenge for Sakataro, you couldn't stand these curses coming out of her mother's mouth. Ugly. How ugly is a woman drowning in lust? This is the woman's true nature. Even I, a 1,000-year-old witch who has explored the depths of evil, find this most difficult to watch. Maria. Now it's time for you and her to part ways. Smash the ugly lump of me that calls herself your mother. There's no meaning in your pure soul being bound any longer by the chains of parent and child. With your own hands. Release your own soul now. You gain the teeth and claws to protect yourself. Oh. That'll make you know all the pain I went through. I'll get my revenge in my days of suffering. Are you the ones who's making me suffer? I'm the one who wants revenge.
あんたが生まれる前にそうすればよかった。
I should have done that before you were born.
あんたなんか産まなければよかった。
I should never given birth to you.
消えてしまえ。
Get out of my life. Ooh. As Rosa howled, her upper body was crushed in a way that couldn't be described by the word splat. In an instant was turned something similar to a wrung, blood-stained towel. It get crushed. Can't forgive. Can't forgive. You filth. That form suits you. Even though everything rose his waist downwards, upright as normal. The upper half of her body alone was crushed. The extreme difference was altogether bizarre. Then she fell over, but her body was regenerated the instant she fell. You die. Come, Maria. Is this all there is to your anger and sadness? Now is the time for revenge. Time for the settlement of anger and sadness. Take it out on her. Spit it out at her. Push out all the wedges that have been driven to your chest and fling them back. Maria's howl was colored by the ugly sound of flesh and bone being simultaneously crushed. As Rosa, who had finally insulted Maria, lay spread-eagled. A neat, perfectly circular area of her chest was squashed into pulp, as though it had been trampled by an invisible elephant. Her heart and lungs and ribs were trampled so mercilessly, they were completely indistinguishable. That might have symbolized the pain in Maria's heart up until that day. So, Maria, are you satisfied now? Can you forgive your mother's sin? Or not? Innocent? Or guilty? Can't forgive! Still can't forgive! Can't forgive at all! Naturally, how can your days of anguish be equaled by this level of punishment? You would learn, Rosa. Come, try to remember. What form did you have? Revive in order to be killed. Be killed in order to purify your sins over and over. Theo waved her hand, her body was regenerated. And Rosa sat up, coughing violently in pain. Once again, she battled curse rejecting Maria.
You aren't Mama! You're a witch! Always turning me and Mama! I won't forgive you just because you look like Mama! Won't forgive you!
You're the witch. Always reading creepy books and playing witches. You're the one who should disappear. You even I get treated like a weirdo. Because of you, because of you. I should never have given birth to you. I should have never been born. I hated you since you were born!
Maria screamed. Was she unable to bear her anger and sadness? Or else was she overtaken by indescribable emotion? Surely, a cry of hopelessness. And yet this was the reality that had to be accepted. Even Maria knew. She had known that she was thought of as a nuisance. But even though she knew it, she did not believe it. She believed that she was loved by her mother and all the various events that should have made her doubt this. She did almost interpret it in a positive light, trusting and clinging to her mother's love. But she had no one except her mama. Despite all this, she really did love her mama. And wanted to return to the days when she could still believe that her mama loved her too. Though she howled. She brought everything to nothing. She would not accept it. She denied it. Denying the Black Witch making her mother say such things. The part of herself that couldn't forgive her mother. But she couldn't deny it. This was reality, fact, truth, the answer. Unmistakable, absolute reality. Maria turned Rosa into a lump of meat over and over. The dark word that reflected her heart over and over it echoed. That ugly sound which would make one want to cover their ears, of flesh and bone being torn apart. Each time Beatrice revived Rosa. She dragged her back into the world of endless torture, from which even death was no escape. This is the truest, deepest hell that the endless witch Beatrice could create. However, this world was not made endless by Beatrice's will. Because every time Rosa turned to lump of meat, Beatrice asked the same question of Maria. Are you satisfied, Maria? Can your anger forgive your mother?
No way! No way! Won't forgive! Won't forgive! I'll teach you all of my pain! Teach you much, much more! Still not enough, not close enough! Since I was born, before I was born! I can't erase the anger that has been disposed for all that time!
I hate you. I hate you.
Again and again she revived her. Again and again she returned to her lump of meat. In all kinds of ways she crushed her, smashed her, beat her, and tore her to bits. Flying blood spatter, and flesh had now been turned the once pitch black road into a mix of red and black. Maria's anger was still not settling down. It was as though she was disgorging all the rage she had suppressed from the time of her birth until today. If all of that was poison in her heart, then would the repeated murder of her mother purify her soul? Would these pointless atrocities save her soul even just a little bit? This endless torture might have started serving as a slight diversion from her sad, unrewarded life. After all, since she had finally been able to regain her smile.
Burn it! You, the source of my unhappiness! Burn it! Although my pain is greater than this! Aren't you gonna laugh anymore? Try and laugh!
After her skull collapsed. Eyeballs fluid and black cranial fluid gushed. Fragments of teeth scattered about.
Come on, revive! Try and laugh! Come on, come on!
Her whole chest, along with ribs, turned inside out, spewing her filthy innards everywhere around her. All of them writhed, looking like some kind of foul creature.
Come on, come on, come on! Revive! Can you still laugh? Can you still laugh?
Rosa couldn't let her laugh anymore, but her face was laughing. Cover the twist laugh, which was filled with mouths to reject her unwanted daughter. I erase that laughing voice. Next, I'll erase that laughing face. I will erase it, I'll crush it, I'll tear it to bits!
Laugh and try and cry, Mama! Mama, wake up! Bring me a picture. Let's go take a walk! Tell me you love me. Make a promise for next Sunday. Let's go shopping. Let's go to the movies. Then of course, break that promise anyway! Isn't it funny, Mama? Isn't it fun? I'm playing with you now.
That's right, you are now playing with your mother, having fun with her. Tell me your emotions now. I believe they should not be of anger or sadness or pain.
Yeah, you're right. I can feel it, Beatrice. I'm having so much fun now. I'm playing with Mama, so it's tons of fun. And even though I'm killing Mama over and over again, I can bring her back to life with just a little bit of magic. I took care of my toys because I couldn't fix them. They broke. But the toys could be fixed. I'd break them over and over again. But Sakataro won't be fixed. He can't be fixed. Because Mama, who made him, Mama who gave birth to him, won't accept him. I'm not accepted by Mama either, am I? This broken Maria can't be fixed either. It's so much fun! It's so much fun, Mama! I'm having so much fun that somehow I'm starting to feel like I could forgive you. Hey, Beto, this is a really strange emotion. Why? I was starting to feel like you could forgive Mama.
That is the enlightened state that only is reached by witches who have gained the power to control life and death at will. You can kill her at any time. You can bring her back to life if needed. If she becomes a pain, then you can simply kill her once more. Once you learn that you can do this at any time, simply snapping your fingers, the nonsense of the human realm all becomes unworthy of lending an ear to, of less importance than the chirping of insects. You begin to feel like forgiving your mother not because your eyes are open to your mother's love, but because now, as of that moment, you stand at the entrance to the world of true witches. Welcome, Maria, to the profound and sweet world of witches!
I've done it! I'm not Maria anymore. Still an apprentice, baby, but I've surpassed the human world. Now I'm the apprentice witch of origins, Maria. There's nothing to make me feel better, nothing to make me feel sad. Mama, I'll forgive you. I'm sure I can forgive you. I think I can forgive you after doing this just a little bit more. After all, I am a witch.
Maria probably would forgive her mother eventually. After brutally murdering her countless times. Generously. Whoa, that last thunderbolt was huge. Must be pretty close, don't you think? It sounds like it. No matter how old you get, thunder still makes you jump. I was looking at the dark night through a crack in the curtains. Every once in a while, a pale white lightning bolt would light up the sky, and he seemed to be enjoying it.
Oh? Please, Father, making so much noise that Maria's woken up now. Sorry, Maria. How they're so noisy.
What the heck? It's my fault? Alright, Maria. You can go back to sleep. Night, night. Maria was looking a bit hazy with drowsy eyes. She was probably so half asleep and couldn't think straight.
Ew. Had enough. Won't sleep.
It's okay. Sleep. You're still half asleep right now.
Not half asleep. Ooh.
Oh, come on. You're blatantly half asleep. Lie back down, lie back down.
Not half asleep, not half asleep. Quit it, Bowser, you dumbass. Oh, God, what are you thinking, a kid who's just woken up from bed in a bad mood?
Anyway, back to trauma.
Not half asleep! Not half asleep! I understand, Maria-chan. Not half asleep.
So calm down. Not half asleep, not half asleep. Maybe it was because of her dubious mental state. After waking up, Maria suddenly threw a tantrum. In Valor's mind, he had only been teasing her a little bit. So he was taken back by this extreme overreaction. George hugged her head and held her head, trying to calm her down. Maria's tantrum wasn't quelled so easily. Valor and Jessica are trying to push the blame on each other, saying it's your fault too. Hey, be quiet, you two. Jessica-chan, there was some hot water in the pot, right? You make some fresh tea bags for her? Did you calm down? Maria-chan? Maria-chan? Looked like her tantrum was dying down bit by bit. But she was still glaring at Valor, who had made fun of her with sharp eyes. Valor-kun was just messing around. Doesn't really think you're half asleep. So calm down. All right? George noticed. Maria was staring at Valor with incredible eyes. And despite having displayed all the emotion, she laughed in a small voice. Instead of laughing, it seemed more like she was muttering while savoring or else counting each he. As though each time she said he, she was making something brutal happen over and over again. George showed something creepy for a split second. But he wasn't able to notice the madness that, for a brief moment, peeked out of the depths of the girl's eyes. After remaining spaced out for a short period of time, Maria stopped her bizarre quiet laugh and pushed George's arm aside as though telling him to let go. Ew! Forgive him! Really? You're such a good girl, Maria-chan. Valor-kun, Maria-chan forgave you. Make up with her. Sorry for teasing you. Forgive me? Here you go, Maria. Can you do cafe out loud? We made up with you. You got a lot of sugar in it, so it's sweet. Don't want. But forgive you. Because I'm a witch. One more time, Maria laughed in a creepy, quiet voice. It was only for a very short time, so Valor and Jessica didn't think much of it. They decided to think that, probably. That only looked that way for an instant when a flash of lightning had hit her cheeks with a pale white light. Then, they heard the sound of loud and hazy footsteps rushing towards them from the hallway. It was already about 10:30 at night. At a time that could be called late at night. Hearing close like that this time was not very peaceful. Then, along with the clearly disquieting and wild cheers and knocks, they heard Goda's and Kumasawa's voices. That clearly told them that this was an abnormal situation. Children! Are you there? Are you there? It's Yoda! It's Kumasawa! Is everyone alright? What should I do? What should I do? When Goda opened the door, the two of them tumbled in to stop being wet. It looked like they dashed here from the mansion without an umbrella. What's happening in you two? It was the Master Kuma Rapsawa. Everyone here. It was a pitch black room. There were no windows, and the light from the weak light bulb, one could only barely make out the state of things around them. It appeared to be an old, forgotten, dusty underground storehouse with some kind of furniture haphazardly thrown into it. However, even with just a little light, one could at least tell that probably wasn't a storehouse. Because that room was sealed off with iron bars. Where is this? Not a clue. Is this a place underneath the mansion? There, this kind of room directly underneath the dining hall? They had dropped into what appeared to be a pit and fallen into this room. Huh. Therefore, it would be appropriate to think this room was directly below the dining hall. However, not even Kraus could bring himself to believe that there were pitfalls rigging this lovely dining hall, where he enjoyed his moves for years. That directly below was this dungeon. The ceiling when they looked up was made of rugged stone. They could not understand from where in that ceiling they could have fallen from. Now all 5 people who had dropped down here thought the same thing. Although they had felt the sensation of being dropped into a pit, there's no way that any pitfalls in the dining hall, nor could there be any dungeon-like place be directly underneath it. But in point of fact, they had fallen into this place and were locked in it. And so they were confused. So yeah, no one's hurt after falling from such a height. Ganon. Either one of you two know about this room? No. We also have no knowledge of any room like this. Really? We really don't know any room like this. Seeing that Kiri thought that there was a good chance that, despite that age, they might know of the manor's secrets, tricks as servants permitted to wear the one-winged angel. There was a long signs of it, if evaluating their answer. No, it's probably true that they don't know. Ganon is a very tiny person after all.
彼女がこの部屋を知っていたなら、もっとピカピカに磨き上げているだろう。
If she hadn't known about this room, probably wouldn't have scrubbed until it was sparkling.
この部屋を知らないことの証だ。今はそんなことより。
Well, more than that, I think we should worry about what to do now, don't you?
その通りです。
Exactly. They call the police, or rather call for medical assistance as soon as possible.
救急にも早く電話をしなければ。
Andrew's words rang hollow. Obviously, Dixie had been killed in the dining hall. They all witnessed the exact moment when the six had been killed. What's more, it had been done by half destroying their heads. And we can tell that just a single incident had been dealt a fatal injury. Everyone understood that calling for an ambulance now would be completely meaningless.
ありがとう、南條先生。
Thank you, Dr. Nanjo.
私たちは伴侶がもう生きてはいないことを理解できて、
Winner, saying that our parents are no longer alive.
気休めでも救急と言い添えてくれて。
Things are trying to console us by mentioning medical assistance. Natsui. Once again, I pressed the silence to control them. The crowd shook his head harshly over and over and decided just for now to forget the pain of losing his wife. Dedicate himself to figuring out where they were. Everyone, listen to me. That is beyond hope now. Time for words and seeking comprehension or explanation is long past. Nobody answered. Without any kind of discussion or mercy, 6 people had been killed in an instant. And Ginzo had so boldly proclaimed for them to be sacrificed in a 13-person murder ritual. They've been locked up in this place. They too would probably become the ritualistic sacrifices before long. Around this time, their eyes were becoming used to the darkness. And bit by bit, they were starting to be able to make out the dungeon's interior. What they thought were furniture haphazardly left in the dungeon turned out not to be furniture at all. They were small cages that being used in prison, a single person, restraint tables, or were those torture rat? Henry was obviously more ghastly than a mere jail cell. Since those objects were rusted and covered in thick layers of dust, there's no doubt that they had been long forgotten. Maybe you even call those things Kinzo's sealed and forgotten madness. However, it was this room in which they had been locked away. Those objects weren't exactly comforting to people who were locked up, hoping to be released without harm. Anyway, let's get out of here. We lost loved ones and friends and would like to spend some time shedding tears. And more than that, I'm worried about the children.
I wonder if the children are safe.
All we can do is pray. Come to again. Kumasawa-san and Goda-san aren't here.
Perhaps they were able to get away to safety?
You never know.
I'd be relieved they were able to meet up with their children. Let us take being relied upon in times of crisis. Kumasawa-san is knowledgeable and calm. I'm sure that would be helpful to the children.
そうだといいがな。
I hope so. Shannon and Kraus smiled barely a little. But they quickly realized how improper that was and stopped clearing their throats. We can't be too optimistic, Nissan. The chance they haven't already been attacked after we were. I agree. The father carried out in the dining hall was so he emerged the first twilight from the witch's epitaph, right? In the second twilight is to tear apart the two who are close. Not possibly they go to San and Kumasawa-san may have already been killed, having run away to hide together in close company. You can't cling to the optimistic idea that definitely got to the guest house and protected the children. I'm not sure okay. Unironically, if it's... So, Kirei, I don't think it matters if they got there, because we're like to consider either A, magic's involved and you can't really stop that shit, or B, Kinzo has guns and you can't stop that shit. Really, either way they get fucked. Kirei totally analyzed the worst case scenario. For her, it was heartbreaking to have lost her beloved husband. Right now, the most important thing was protecting her husband's son. Oh, yeah, it's tricky. Becoming sacrifices with the insane family head. She recovered sadness with her parental urge to protect her children. It seems that both Kirei and Kraus were strong enough to be able to forget the grief, if only for a brief time. They could let their tears flow later. For now, in order to protect the children, they had to act. Fear. Seems to be rather old, so. Can we break the bars somehow? Let's try searching the entire room for some way to escape. There's all kind of junks around here. I wonder if there are any tools lying around that we could use. Maybe something that we could use as a weapon, something we can use to break the bars. Kirei pulled a lighter from her pocket. She herself didn't smoke, but she kept one tucked away in her pocket to light Rudolph's cigarettes. It was an extremely valuable source of light for searching through the dim dungeon. Shannon helped Kirei-san search the room. Canon will help me check out the bars. This is a very old cell. This is a very old cell. The bars could be loose.
Uh-oh, what should we do to help?
Please, just keep your strength. Father will probably come here before long. You're the only one whose words will reach him. No way you may be holding our lives in your hands.
My words will no longer reach him. Sorry, I don't believe I'll be of any more use.
Then lend us your expertise as a doctor.
I
wonder if there's a drug that makes people instantly faint.
A drug that makes people instantly faint? What are you talking about?
私たちは落とし穴に落とされて、この地下牢に落ちてきたと信じている。
We believe we fell through a pit and landed in the dungeon.
あの混乱
The
している
panic
場
stricken
で、
place, that's what we
私た
believe
ちはそうだ
happened.
ったろうと信じたわ。でも、この地下牢の広さを測ってみて分かった。
By looking at how large this room is, I came to a realization.
この地下牢が
Dungeon cannot
あ
be
の
underneath
食
the
堂の
dining
地下と
hall.
いうのはありえないこと。
どうしてありえないってわかるんですか？
How can you tell that it can't?
You're an idiot, Nissan.
バカだな。この地下牢は食堂に比べて狭すぎる。
This dungeon is too narrow compared to the dining hall.
その通り。1番目に落とされたのは
The
ク
first
ラウス
person
兄
to fall
さん。
was Kraus, Nissan.
2番目が私。
The second was myself.
クラウス兄さんはこの部屋に落ちてきた
You
時、
fell into this room, did
その場
you
を
move
覚
from
えな
that
くち
spot,
ゃ。
Kraus, Nissan?
お恥ずかしながら落下の痛みでうめいていたよ。
It's embarrassing to say, but lay there groaning in pain from the landing.
そのすぐ傍らに桐江さんがすぐに落ちてきたんだ。
Immediately after that, you came crashing down next to me.
食堂でのクラウス兄さんと私の立ち位置と
The distance between us as we stood in the dining hall compared to where we landed is clearly strange.
確かに言われてみればその通りです。
Certainly when you put it that
その
way.
次に落ちたのは私だから、お二人の位置関係はよく覚えてい
This
る。
next to fall, so I remember fairly well where you two were standing.
食堂でのお二
Between you
人
two
の
and the dining hall must have been greater than the entire
この
room.
部屋よりもあったかもしれない。
私たちは落
We
と
found
し
you
穴に
pinned
落ち
directly
て
drop down
ダイ
there.
レクトにここに落下したわ。集合する下水道管みたいに一度集められてからここに落ちたわけじゃない。
Suddenly we fell into the multiple interesting pipes and were all collected together before falling down here.
落下は一瞬だったでしょ。
The fall was instant, wasn't
そ
it?
んな凝った排水管みたいな穴を転
I
がされ
remember
た
rolling
覚えは
around
な
some
い
sort of elaborate water pipe system.
確かに
Indeed, I cannot explain the
落とし
pitfall.
穴では説明がつかんな。おかしな話だ。
How strange.
それと桐江さん
What does that have to do with truck that makes people instant feet that Kiryu-sama was talking about?
というのはどう関係があるんですか？
桐江様は多分
Kiryu-sama is probably thinking that there
食堂に
were
落
no
とし穴
pitfalls in the
が
dining
な
hall, I
か
would
った
guess.
とお考えなんじゃないかな。
しかし現に私たちは落ちたぞ。
But we did actually fall.
落とし穴に落ちたような気がするが正解よ。無理もない
But
わ。
naturally, we had a feeling that we found a pit. It's only natural.
そうとしか例えられない体験だったから。
That's the only way we could describe such a feeling.
なるほど。
I see.
こうおっしゃいたいわけですな。
In other words, this is where you're going.
私たちは落とし穴に落とされたのではなく、
We're not dropped into a pit.
例えば
A shot, for example, with something like a blow dart, lost consciousness instantly.
瞬時に意識
Instantly fell to the floor.
その倒れて床に突っ伏す瞬間の記憶をまるで落とし穴に落ちたよと思い込んでしまっているのかもしれないと。
Could we just remember that as though we fell into a pit?
なるほど。
I see.
食堂に無数の落とし穴
That's more persuasive explanation than there being numerous pitfall traps in the dining hall that we've never noticed. Even after decades of eating there.
姉さん、
Nesan,
時計はある。
do you have a watch?
Uh-huh. Yes.
懐中時計があるわよ。
I have a pocket watch. It's about 20 to 11.
20分くらいね。
僕の時計もそうなってる。
Yes, my watch says the same.
つまり僕たちは食堂での大騒ぎから
Short, it hasn't been more than 10 minutes since the chaos in the dining
させ
hall.
てないってことになる。
私の時計も同様だ。
My watch likewise matches up.
我々が混沌させられて
It's much too short a time to knock us out and carry us somewhere.
時間の経過が短すぎる。時間だけを見るなら、やはり我々は食堂の真下へ。落とし穴で落とされた。
Judging only from the time it would think that we did fall through a hole leading directly underneath the dining hall.
時計の針なんていくらでもいじれ
Watch
る。
hands are easily tampered with.
私たちが気絶
Oh,
し
you
ている
passed out, they
間
may
に
have wound everyone's
全員の
watches
時計
back.
を巻き戻したのかもしれない。その可能性がなかったことは証明不能よ。
We are capable of proving that this factory doesn't exist.
Why am I tired? Oh.
落とし穴にせよ。
Whether a pitfall or else a drug that induces faintness.
私たちは用心するに越したことはないというわけですな。
Does not change the fact that we need to be on our guard.
それで南條先生。
So, Dr.
混
Nanjo,
沌させる毒は存
is there
在
a
する
drug
ん
that
で
can
す。
do that?
それは、
Well,
キリエさんの論法と同
same as
じ
your
です。
logic, Kiriya-san.
私の知らない未知の毒物にそういう効用のものがないとは証明で
Cannot prove that there's a drug with effect which I do not know.
用心に越したことはない。
As they say, you can never be too careful.
ごめんなさい。
Sorry, it was a
無駄な
pointless
質問
question.
だったわ。ただ、私の仮説により、この地下牢が食堂の真下とは
I
限らない
think
とい
that
う
was
可能
my
性は
boss, so it was
示
suggested
唆
this
できた
dungeon is not necessarily directly underneath the dining hall.
なるほど。
I see.
広大な森の中のどこかに隠されていると噂される。
There's always a possibility that we were carried off to Dungeon Father's hidden mansion.
親父殿の
His room would be hidden somewhere in the middle of the vast
運び
forest.
込まれている可能性もある。ということか。ここを脱出して外へ出ればそれもわかる。
If we can escape from here and get outside, then we'll know.
それを詮索するのはここから出てからでもいいだろうな。
If we can escape from here and get outside, then we'll know. We can worry about that until afterwards.
その通りね。
Exactly.
本当にごめんなさい。
I'm truly sorry.
さっきから無駄な質
I'm
問
only
と
asking
詮索ばか
inquiring
りだわ。
into useless things.
いや、とても頼もしいよ。
No, it's quite reassuring.
今後も何かに気づいたら教えてくれたまえ。
Please continue to tell us if you know something else.
ここを脱出する何かのヒントになるかもしれない。
It might become a hint of escaping from here.
ルドルフからいつも聞かされてい
I
た。
always heard from Rudolph.
君の発想にはいつも驚かされ、時には重要なヒントにもなるとね。
He was always surprised by your ideas and would sometimes serve as valuable hints.
君がここにいてくれたのは不幸中の幸いだ。
That character here is a blessing in a
あり
tragedy.
がとう。
Thank you.
私もルドルフさんに聞いてるわ。
Rio-san told me something similar about you
ク
as
ラス
well.
兄さんは普段は威張っているけれど、
He said that you usually act big, but when things are serious, you overflow with sense of responsibility and are very dependable big brother. That's too kind. Damn it. His iron bars won't even
頑
budge.
丈な鉄格子だ。カノンの方はどうかね。
How are things on your end, Cannon?
いいえ、こちらも全く。
No luck here either, I'm afraid.
Kraus and Ken try wiggling the bars various times. There are very few bars that could be twisted. Even so, they cannot be broken with human strength alone. However, there's still hope if they could use some kind of lever-like tool. It's still far too early to give up yet. The children's lives are hanging in the balance. Even if there was no hope, they couldn't stop the struggle. But it was better even for them to act this way. If they were to stop, there's no doubt they would once again be overcome by grief for losing loved ones and crouch down, clutching their knees. How are you doing, Kirie-san? Found anything yet? I found some stones small enough to hide in a clenched fist. Even this might work as a weapon. So I'm sure it'd be impossible to whittle down these iron bars. You Shan-chan!
No, nothing. This is a phone.
There's no way it's connected.
Well,
we might be able to use the cord for tying something up or some form of weapon. If we break in and take it apart, we can take out the metal parts. Krasny-san, isn't the key over opening the cell, right?
Oh.
Yes. The pretty large hole, quite old-fashioned. We twist some wire into it, we might just be able to pick it.
We
might be able to use the metal parts of the phone as a substitute for something. This phone will become our weapon. It's the same as investing. Information is our weapon.
I
just wonder maybe the phone was working.
You dummy, Ne-san. Huh? What? Suddenly Shane let out a small cry, surprised.
Kirie-sama? That phone! This phone, it's connected!
What did you say? It was like when people move out of the office when taking everything with them, leaving only a telephone behind. Suddenly the phone gave off, having been left in the corner of the cell. The cord was round and coiled, one end of it being swallowed by the wall. And at a glance, it looked as if it could be plausibly connected. The thing this actually was, Kirie took the receiver of his hand and pressed it to her ear. The electric hum was certainly the one with which she was familiar. The phone was indeed alive. Well, good luck! Let's contact the police. Hold on. This is too good to be true. Should we not suspect that it's bugged? They were playing a trick with it like that? No, they would cut the telephone line. There's a good possibility they actually overlooked it. They noticed the line that might actually be cut for real. There's nothing that we could tell the police that would be problematic if they were hurt us. That didn't make sense. The point of a wiretap was overhear some important piece of information. The way things were now, they would not think of a single thing that could come up in a conversation in the outside world that would be troublesome to be heard. Kirie instantly concluded that was more likely to be a mistake on Kinsu's part than a trap. You do have a point. I think you start with 0 to make calls to the outside. I'm gonna make a phone call. So will you watch how things are going out there for me? See someone coming, let me know. Yes. Ken raced off towards the iron bar, slammed his breathing and strained his ears. And everyone present watched Kiri dial 110, the police. However, she pushed the hook down repeatedly and redialed. It seems to be working very well. The outside line begins with 0. 110 would be 011 then, right? Doesn't even want to go through. And over. I'll try giving it a call. Crouch took the receiver in Kiri's place and tested various things. In the end, they were unable to notify the police. So was definitely alive, but the circuit was apparently cut somewhere. Does this mean that they were not so naive?
So,
it's useless after all. So our enemy's no pushover. Kiri let out a deep sigh and leaned against one and hung her head for a while. As tough a girl as she was, for a brief moment she might actually have had naive hope the phone could actually work. She stared at herself mockingly for holding on to that naive hope even for one moment. And then thought back upon what had happened here. Honestly, despite having shown such a thing right before her eyes, rather exactly because of that, she could not think that gruesome murder is something real. It was that she couldn't believe more that she didn't want to. Yoshinobu Kinzo had killed 6 members of the family. He had summoned strange, witch-like, demon-like people right out of thin air. And with that, something like magic, he had begun to kill people one after another. She went to handle. Even though she dimly saw it, there was no way she could accept her spectacle. There's no way that's what happened. Those obviously grandfather's friends or something. They're just hiding somewhere in the dining hall before her hand, using tricks to appear suddenly surprise us. There's no way to explain something as screwed up as that. When those 6 had had their heads blown off, a golden arrow flown around and around the room. That must have truly looked like magic. Was that another thing we just saw wrong? There's no way it was magic. There must be some kind of trick to it. Since it was capable of smashing heads, there's no doubt it was some kind of explosive. For example, a styrene toy plane, like they saw at candy stores, painted gold, and with a powerful explosive loaded onto the end of it. That said, at a glance, it seemed to be flying at random. Kiri couldn't imagine that such a thing could be fired 6 times, and each time perfectly hit the victim square in the head, one after another. Surely its flight wasn't computer controlled to seek out and deliver precise hits on its targets, which would make it a high-tech styrene plane on the same level as a guided missile? Oh, would you invest such a large amount of money into developing some stupid trick like that? That insane entertainment? It's coming back to the old I wouldn't put it past father. A number of mysterious people had appeared suddenly out of thin air. 6 people had their heads demolished by a mysterious golden flying object. And then 5 of us were locked away in a mysterious dungeon by a mysterious set of pitfalls, or else put to sleep by some fainting poison darts. The family conference started a bit after 10 p.m. It's only been about 30 minutes since then. Probably. He stitched him on time. None of us were able to understand nor come to grips with, even though we witnessed them ourselves. Even if we did get a hold of the police, probably be impossible for any of us to actually explain what we saw. They may have only just witnessed it. My brain's fried and I have no confidence even in what I saw myself. She had tried her hardest to rouse herself from the overwhelming confusion, just hold on to her sanity. Damn it! What's going on here? Damn it! Damn it! Rouse started to become desperate, hitting the hook multiple times and redialing over and over. Each he was feigning composure but was unable to hide his panic. The more he redialed, the more the pretense of serenity peeled away. None of this makes any sense. Here he couldn't help but pray that the events that had just occurred were no more than a dream. Suddenly, the look on Krause's face changed. Oh! I got through! I got through! It's ringing! I see. Yes, I see. Now the old man was short-sighted. In that he cut the external line in an effort to prevent us from kind of leaks and missed out on severing the internal line. Internal line? Kraus-san, where do you call? The guest house. I'm going to the room where Jessica and the rest are staying. Ah. Hello. Hello. It's me. Who is this? Goda? Jessica there? Is she safe? Kraus-sama! I'm so glad you're safe! Yes! Now, Lady Jessica and the other children here are safe as well, and unharmed. Dad? Is that you, Dad? I'm just glad you're okay. Is Mom okay? Is she there too? Kraus choked on his words. Kraus had clearly seen Natsuki's head crushed and had seen her killed right before his eyes. Eventually, he was going to have to tell that to Jessica. However, Kraus began to fret over whether he should tell her this very moment and lost his words. Even that was an answer in these circumstances. I don't know about her, but let's pray she's safe. Now I'm just glad you're safe. Yeah. I understand. I'm sorry for asking. His voice was filled with tears. There's no doubt for Kraus anymore. Jessica and the others been told everything, start to finish by Goda and Kumasawa when they had met up in the guest house. I learned that 6 people had been killed. Jessica and others had been in frenzy at wanting to get to the dining hall. Luckily, she had been able to call them before they stormed off towards the mansion. Kraus relieved of this good timing during such a tragedy. We have Kiri, Zan, and Dr. Doncher, as well as Shannon and Cannon here. We're locked in place outside a dungeon, but don't worry. Dungeon? Oh, where? I'll come save you! Unfortunately, we haven't had to say here what this is either. We think we might be under the dining hall, but that might not be true. But anyway, Jessica. Must not leave here. You heard from Goda what happened? Yeah. Grandfather... everyone... Grandfather's in the same state of mind right now. Run into him, you'll be in danger. You might get killed. What's the thing about trying to come and save them? We'll take care of ourselves.
Then what should we do? Grandfather, you piece of shit, how dare you do that on Mom and the rest? I mean, kill that worthless bastard!
Jessica, if you're talking like that, you're sounding your mother. Lady doesn't use those kinds of words. Anyway, you all put your own safety first. Lock up the guest house. But you mustn't get complacent. The large window in the downstairs lounge might be broken. Stay in the room you're in and use a bed to make a barricade. There's a toilet and fridge in there too, right? You stayed hold up until tomorrow morning. Alright, I'll say it again. Don't think of anything dangerous. And definitely don't think about trying to take revenge for Mom. There's only if I am making through this for again, right?
Okay, Dad.
After that, go to take the phone.